Hi, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Stassi. Before we dive in, I have to let everybody know this podcast is sponsored by EA. Thank you so much, EA, for giving me early access to these kits and as well Life and Death. I cannot wait to dive into it. Thank you again for letting me be part of the EA Creator Network as well. If you like this podcast, please consider when you pre-order the new Life and Death kit to use my creator code, StassiJ. Thank you, everybody. Let's dive into this podcast. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Miss Creator Network.
Hi. That
Hi,
just felt so
hello.
official to say. I'm not gonna lie, as soon as I called everybody and I was like, I'm part of the and my mom was like, what does that mean? And I was like,
Oh,
I was like, oh, like I like The Sims finally like recognizes me as a creator and I get to like, work with them. And she's like, that's neat. So for Thanksgiving, so like what's
oh
love you, mom.
no. You're one of
Um,
the only podcast creators, which is awesome.
I
That's so
I
cool.
know. I'm just like, yay, thank you, EA, for liking this podcast enough to making me part of the Creator Network, or because I'm a problem child. Haven't decided yet. We'll find out at my first meeting with my community manager. Anyways, I'm so excited here to talk about the roadmap. But before we dive in, let's do a quick round of introductions. Disney Sim, baby girl coming in for over almost 60 times. Hi.
Just trying to beat Nard Villain. Hi, I'm Court, aka the Disney Sims, aka Towny Tales, and I am a Sims player since it started, basically. And then, yeah, I'm Stassi J's right hand man, moderator for Nard Villain, and my name is Gons.
Oh, you were like executive producer at this point. I mean, at any point, you were like, you know what? I want to start co-hosting with you. You would be one of my only co-hosts that I would allow.
Well, at this point, you just send me the links of when the podcasts are happening, and I just show up. So
Yes,
I'm a down baby girl.
I love that baby girl. Well, thank you so much, Tattooed. Hi.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
My name is TattooedSimmer. I am a Sims 4 console creator. So I play only on the console without mods, and I don't even plug the keyboard in. Some people do that, but I just grew up playing console games my whole life, so I don't understand keyboards, and they slow me down. So, but yeah, I do a lot of building. I've started recently doing more gameplay, and that's pretty much it. I
Also,
love coming here.
also,
Underselling that.
under 100% underselling. Phenomenal builder that plays console. Like, oh my God, congratulations on getting as far as you did in the builder games this
Thank
season.
you.
You did an absolute phenomenal job, as me and Disney can both say, as we were both judges. Absolutely phenomenal. Also, go Casey. I'm just saying, because both of us are Casey fans.
Yes.
Yes. And I'm actually pretty shocked how well they're playing this season, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I'm waiting for it
To,
to
dr
fall. I don't know. Yeah.
to drop. I
Yeah.
agree. I'm waiting for it to drop as well.
I'm
But
actually kind of upset that you didn't include me as a Kansas City fan because Taylor Swift is my favorite sports ball player.
oh my God. Okay, but we liked Casey before TS.
I did not.
I did not.
I have to now put an asterisk when I tell people I'm a Kansas City fan. I'm like, I'm a Kansas City fan before Taylor Swift. And they're like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, some people want to say that, and I'm like, no, no, no. I grew up here, and we won at one point in time in my life, remember, only won 2 games in the whole year. So, no, no, we're not gonna say that.
No, exactly. I mean, I
That's
also
like you flew here, I grew here.
Hmm.
I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I also have like obviously my teams, my Detroit and my Buffalo because they're close to home. But I just love Pat Mahomes. I've always loved Pat Mahomes. He's just such a phenomenal quarterback, and they can just read every play. But this is not a podcast for that. But
We have to stay on topic.
I have to stay on topic. Stay on topic. Angel, hi.
Hi,
Hi, welcome back. This is your second
welcome.
podcast.
Yeah, it's
Welcome
I'm so
back.
excited to be here today. So
I'm
yeah. Hi.
excited to have you here. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and your Sims history?
Well, I've been playing The Sims since Sims 2 came out. I've played it on a very old computer that was barely handling it at that time. As you know, I'm AngelCreates. I build, I stream, and I am also part of Bake Off season this season. And yeah, I do all kinds and weird things, and I also play other games, Tiny Glade, which I am connecting a lot more with people in a community because of it, and finding the weirdest jokes to make with other people because of it. And I am absolutely excited for the upcoming Life and Death expansion pack because it's gonna be epic.
Oh, I am so excited. Okay, let's now dive into this roadmap. This was released, I believe, the beginning of September, probably close to around Labor Day. I specifically waited for this pack because I wanted to see the trailer for Life and Death because I was so excited for this pack for two reasons. One, there's been nothing like this in the Sims catalog so far that I can think of looking back at it. And two, there were actually no leaks before the game
I couldn't
came out.
believe that.
I was shocked.
I thought to myself when I saw the trailer, I said, we haven't seen any of this yet. How did they pull it off?
I guess those NDAs are getting tighter because
It's the Winterfest miracle.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh. And I've obviously spoken a lot on this podcast. And again, I apologize for the next 3 months of you listening to this podcast. Everything I speculated was wrong. So awesome. But yeah, I mean, let's talk about Life and Death first. I was floored by the trailer.
Oh, so
It
good.
was so good.
Absolutely.
I like actually so go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I actually cried at the end because
Aww.
of the whole sentimental value of like at the end that you can say goodbye and actually having that grief moment and then leave bye. You see him go up in the air and be like bye, and you're like oh. And I was here like
Yeah,
at
that
the end.
was yeah, I love that because like I had an uncle that passed away like kind of young, and he had two children that were very young. They were like 3 and 6 months old. And every year on his birthday, they like send up balloons. And I know a lot of people that do that. And so I saw that and I was like, that is so cool. Like, that was such a cool aspect of it. So
I
This part didn't make me cry. It more so made me laugh. There's a scene where he pours a little bit of I think it's alcohol out, and he's like, pour one for the homies, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, I love
I
that.
love that.
But I do love the way to say is goodbye, the able to have a custom graveyard and you can
Yes,
have
I've wanted
different
that
breathing.
forever.
Yes, and you're like different types of breathing processes. Oh my God, I can't even speak. Breathing process. No, I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
You got
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
I speak Saucy. We're good.
Okay. I'm like there's also wills, which I
Yep.
find that's going to be interesting. Especially I want to see a will-based challenge now of basically who are you going to leave your simoleons to and how that will affect each generation.
I think it'll help gameplay because like a lot of them, you choose like I don't know what they call it, but like a way to continue to play. You can continue to choose boys, girls, firstborn, lastborn, whatever.
Mhm.
But I think it'll add to stories by like, if you choose the firstborn and then they go off and they do something that the parents don't like, then they can just,
Disinherit.
switch this. Yeah, it makes it a little easier to switch the story and like more believable than just like saying that or whatever. So
I think it looks like you can also take an item and turn that item into some kind of like family heirloom and have that included in a will as well.
oh, that's really cool.
That
That
will be so cool.
that's really cool. And I think that would be really cool for like the 100 baby challenges and stuff of like,
Yeah.
right? Of passing down the heirlooms of all of the kids' pictures on the wall.
Oh, I didn't even think of it like that. But yeah, you're right. Like it would be nice if you could do that with like the portraits and stuff and keep taking them with you. Oh, that's so sweet.
Right.
It's
thoughtful. I mean, there's definitely a few dark moments to it as well, but like I think that can be beautiful in itself as well. It's nice that they're embracing that. Um, the lore, oh my God, like for sure, in the main picture, like the woman that's front and center, I really think that that's Olive Spectre. And I think that the guy beside her with the crow shirt with like the cool mohawk hair.
Yes.
The Grim has his hand on him. I'm like, that's totally nervous subject. So I'm really excited about that.
Oh, I'm excited about that too. Like I was just like I was looking at I was like, oh, I was like I also thought it says is nervous subject from Sims 2.
Yes. So
Yes. Okay.
he's one of the Grimm's children with Olive Spectre.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
We did a podcast on this with
we did because as soon as I was like, I remember your name.
Yeah.
Yes. No, that's awesome. I do appreciate they are playing a little homage then to Sims 2 because I want to start seeing more of that in the Sims 4, especially now that we are not getting Sims 5. We are only getting Sims 4.5 is what I'm calling it. Like they're gonna have to do something special to keep the Sims 4 going for the X amount of, say, another 10 years. Maybe. I don't know. That part of
seeing a general interest in the lore of The Sims in general, and I it seems like they're paying homage to that more than they had in like the recent packs coming out. So it's nice that they're doing that. Like I think bringing Olive Spectre in is so awesome because her lore with the Grim Reaper is absolutely fascinating. So
I could not agree more. As she kills her, she killed her husbands, right?
So yes, there's speculation on if that's what's happening or not. But yeah, basically it's so that the Grim can keep visiting her because she wants to see him.
Amazing, amazing. But all like other parts of this kit, I love that there's rebirth. Like if you weren't done, you can go back as a baby and try again.
And you can woohoo a ghost. Woohoo.
And you can woohoo a ghost and you can work with Grim. So okay, so there's a confirmation you can be Grim or you can work with Grim.
I think you can work with Grim was my understanding. The title that you would have, but you're basically like an apprentice to him, essentially, is one of the careers that would be coming from this pack, as well as the tarot card reading, which is also really cool.
Yes. I'm excited to like have like tarot card readings in there, and not only that, from what we could see by the build by, what we could see by the world, chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Chef's
The
kiss.
world is very Transylvania style.
Yes.
Like people were saying Romania, Transylvania. So it's like the whole world is called Ravenwood, which is very interesting. And they also the ghost world that they were talking about. Someone is saying it's like the combination of like ghostly hollows. Is what the Grim Reaper says at the end. Like he stays in ghostly hollows, and it's like very interesting to see how we can incorporate both together. Like it's so spooky and so like it's very like earthy, like muddy builds. I saw like the world have abandoned homes and such, and as a builder, like
yeah.
So
good. I want to see what the lot sizes are because if during Halloween time, like even before this trailer was released, I built a graveyard because I've always wanted them to function right, and I didn't know that was going to be part of the pack. So I built like this chapel where you could go in, have a funeral, and then there were headstones over to the side, but it can only be so big. The biggest lot in Forgotten Hollow is 40 by 30. That's as big as it gets. And so I hope that there's at least one step bigger than that. Like I don't need the 64 per se. But 40 by 30 I feel like is like just kind of general, and I wish that I hope that this pack has some bigger ones.
I agree.
By 50 would be nice at least.
Yeah, at least a 50 by 50 for sure.
Or a 64 by 64. I'm just saying beggars can't
Bigger
be
the
choosers.
better.
I love 64 by 64. Um, oh, it is my full, it's just Stassi J is my full creator code. Um, at least I think it is. That's what my EA name is. I don't know.
Yeah, we're just
Pretty sure it's
checking
Saucy J.
because, yeah, we have a creator code list in our community Discord where you're part of. So as soon as you said that, I was like, hey, we're adding it to the list.
Oh, yay!
So that's why I'm double checking to be sure.
Okay.
So.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's Stassi J. I will know more. This is still relatively new. I've only been a creator for 8 days. It's woo. Anyways, so I'm very, very excited. And not only that, I'm really excited to bring in grieving. I think this is something that's been
Ah,
really missing in The Sims 4 because you're like, oh man, my wife died, but I gotta go do the dishes and I'm happy again. So like I'm curious to see how the grieving process will last. Like, was it gonna last like a week in that time? Are you going to constantly think about it? If you go through a full year, are you gonna remember on the day that they died and like try
oh, that
Oh,
would be
that
a
would be,
lovely touch.
yeah, that would
right?
be nice.
They've
Right?
been inconsistent with grieving for a long time, though. I've always found it funny when, like, you would have like one sim cheat on another sim, and then they would break up with the person they cheated on, and then they'd be sad for like 3 days over their breakup. And it's like, you started this.
Yeah,
Your own fault.
yeah, yes,
Hard
you should be
on
more
the
of a
phone.
Sabrina Carpenter being like, did it, instead of being like, yeah. Um, but I'm just really curious to see. I mean, we are going to see the gameplay trailer on the 17th, which I'm really excited for. I'm excited to whenever I get early access because I am literally my plan is to make as much Rose Chronicle people in here. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, I already have an Angel of Death, Diana. I'm just gonna remake her in The Sims. I'm
Yeah.
excited to actually make Cass again, kind of without Cece. It's definitely something. It's better now with eyelashes, at least.
Yeah,
Yes.
eyelash.
But like,
I, oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I do think before we leave the build buy items for
Mhm.
this, like I do think the builders are gonna eat with this. I loved seeing the like decrepit roof
Yes.
Yes.
in there. Like I feel like that's going to be such a nice touch because I've seen builders try to mimic that with some of the existing objects, and I mean people do a great job doing it, but to actually have those things, like it's going to be game changing to really make those realistic builds.
Honestly, I'm the most excited for the debug because I don't know what they're gonna give us, but they're gonna give us something delicious, and I cannot wait for it. And I think it's gonna go really well with some of the other packs that we have as well. I kind of hope because like the afterlife, where you can kind of like the Shadowland, that I don't know, the other world. I hope you're able to edit that world as well. Like maybe if without using Tool. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not. I don't know.
It just depends. Yeah, it just depends on if there's an actual lot there. Because you can go in to like the secret world in Sylvan Glade. I build there a lot. Just
Okay.
Yeah.
because it's pink and it has like that hue of pink all the time.
Mhm.
There's just a cute like, or there's just a cheat code that you have to like type in order to build there
Enable
whenever.
rebuild.
Yeah, yeah. So if there's a lot on the world, you can probably do it, but if it's like Batu, then I don't think you can because there's not actually a physical lot, I don't believe, on
Okay.
Batu. They're just like shells of buildings.
I gotcha.
I think it's more likely to be similar to the realm of magic, where when you go into
Yeah,
that world, like you
Mhm.
can revamp that one area of the realm of magic, and you probably can't rebuild.
unless you play on console, it's broken. It's always been broken for me. I've
Oh.
wanted to build there forever, and I've never like I'll go in there and I'll do, enable free build and it'll start, and as soon as I start to draw a wall, it'll crash my game every single time.
Oh, that
Oh.
sucks.
Every single time. I haven't tried it in a while. But it was also like that for Evergreen Harbor. Like the I don't know if you want to call it floor, like the streets and the grass around all
Yeah.
the buildings when you would try to build there, it was just a blue screen, like the loading screen. It was just gone. But it took like a year and they fixed that. So now you can like build there and live there and it's not just a blue screen. So maybe I should try and go back and see if I can build there. If not, they should fix that because I've always wanted to build in the realm of Magic, but it will always crash my game.
Sad.
Hmm.
Sad panda. That makes me really sad. Um, co EA, hi. Can we maybe fix some console player stuff, please? Please, please,
It's
please.
you know we
You
take
might
what
be
we get.
missing one.
That new free update though, oh bless.
Yeah.
My
Yes.
husband like heard me looking through it from the front room and he was like, what are you looking at? And I was like, they just updated so many colors on things that needed so many more colors for years.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, is there anything else we want to talk about life or death before we talk about the exciting update that came through?
I think I'm
No.
good.
Perfect. Well, that game is going to be out on October 31st. Please stay tuned. As of today, I have released my giveaway. If you would like to win this pack from me, please just go on Instagram and follow the rules, and you will have a chance to win this pack. The giveaway ends on October 31st, and you will get your game code on the 1st. Okay, let's continue on to the update. I was floored by the amount of swatches. I almost said my favorite word when I said that because that's how excited I was.
No swearing.
I know. But it was it's just so nice. It just makes like some of the other swatches were just tacky, and now
Yeah.
it's just so classy. They
Yeah.
leveled up. They went to more. Okay, like they did
Yeah.
more to it. It's just so pretty.
Very cutesy.
Pretty. Very cutesy, very fits the room together. I was so excited for this update. But what were your ladies' thoughts?
All right, sure.
Um, I mean, I was excited for it. I do think it's a great update with like the different swatches and stuff. I still don't think they fully get the swatches right. It always feels like they're missing one or two to be like fully matchy and yeah, it messes with me a little bit, but I'm not gonna diss good behavior, so I'm happy that they're
I love that. No, I agree that like us, there's still some things I'm like, why aren't the wood swatches all matching still? Why can't I make it match? Why?
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. But it again, step in the right direction. It could have gone in the other direction. So definitely step in the right direction. Tattooed, how about you? What were you like? You were excited when you saw it,
Oh,
but like
yeah, no, there were some things that had been in like colors I would never use. I'm like, why can't we just have a brown? Why can't we just have a brown?
yes.
Why is
Yeah.
it white and blue and like orange? Like, what was that one door? I don't know if it was this update that they updated it or like that other color one before, but you could get it in blue and white or like a super dark brown or like a brown and white. Those were the three swatches. It was like a door and a window combo in the base game that would match. And I was like, why only three colors? Like, this is ridiculous. I don't, it doesn't make any sense. And then yeah, the couches too, like some of the base game couches had a crazy amount of color swatches, but other ones had like two. And it's like, why don't they
Mhm.
have the same palette to choose from? It doesn't make any sense.
It kind of makes me miss The Sims 3 again because it was so nice to be able to choose what materials you wanted to use
Yeah.
for your furniture. So
Yeah.
I agree with that. How about you, Angel Baby?
I was most excited for having actual proper floor to ceiling doors like this
Yeah.
cha-cha sliding door. We have the normal one and we have one that reaches the ceiling on short, medium, and
Mhm.
high, and the door frames for open door
Mhm.
frames. I'm like, finally. Because you have a certain amount and that's it. And now we have so many more options, and like I only missing more round shaped, like the more rounded
Yes.
versions. Like we got a lot of square ones but not rounded, and I'm like, now we have this and like 650 swatches in total on all the items. Like in total we got over 650 plus swatches, so I'm very excited. Base game is very simple, very expensive compared to all the other packs and things. Like if I build base game, it's like triple what I normally build with all the packs. And a friend of mine only plays base game, and I said to him like, "Hey, you're gonna get swatches," and he was like, "Oh my God, finally!" Like
Yeah, that's
proper
awesome.
swatches.
I
I'm
do
happy
like.
they're not gatekeeping it.
I agree. Like no paywalls. Like that is my
Yeah.
hugest
Yeah,
pet peeve is a paywall. I will say what something I'm really happy about is that they keep updating the base game. So
yeah,
everybody, because now that the base game is free,
right.
everybody can go play The Sims and they keep adding
Yeah.
more stuff in. It's nice that I feel like the base game is finally starting to feel a little bit more complete and you don't have to spend your life savings
On all the
buying
packs.
on all the packs.
Yeah, I think that's gonna help them with the longevity of it. Because if you want to get people to play it, you have to, have something nice for free, and then maybe they'll be like, oh, well, now I want more or I can afford more, and so then they'll go buy another
Mhm.
pack. Like that's the only way they're gonna
Yeah.
keep it relevant is to keep doing free stuff to the base game to get people to, want to keep playing it or join playing it, get new players.
And I think something that would be really beneficial to them is, like the really old expansion packs. I'm talking like get together, get to work. Like, let's just make those $5. Just make them $5. Those
Yeah,
those are 10 years old. You don't just walk into Walmart now and go buy a 10-year-old movie at full price. So
Well,
it's
they
no,
not,
do sometimes make them for free. They have had a
yes.
few that they've let go for free, and I
all
don't
this,
begrudge people getting them for free if I paid for them. I'm going to pay for
no,
every pack that comes out right away as soon as it
Mhm.
comes out.
yeah,
And there's a lot of people in my camp, and if like I don't mind being one of those people, and then somebody else ends up getting that for free. Like I'm
right.
totally
Yeah.
gatekeeping. Like I want that for people because this is such a creative outlet for
Mhm.
people. And it gives them that time to kind of just log off from the world and log off into whatever makes them happy, whatever, if that's building or creating or storytelling. Like I don't want to limit people from that, and finances is such a
Hmm.
gatekeeper for them, and so like I want that for people.
Especially right now with the cost of inflation.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
I mean, a bag of lettuce here is like $9. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So
You're
like,
talking about the game that is currently over £1,300. And
Yeah.
then I'm
Mhm.
not speaking about everything. And on sale, it's still 800-900 if you put everything together. Like we've tried it on our account where we didn't have the Sims, so all of it together in a cart. Yeah, you're gonna start to sweat when
yes.
you see the total price of the game. So any free update for
Yes.
base game is perfect.
Any free update, any free kits they get, I very much appreciate it. So they're making this game accessible for everybody. Now,
Yeah.
if I had one tiny wish, is if they could just lower the RAM a little bit because mama's got to get a new laptop because this ain't cutting it anymore. I mean, the sweet baby has lived for almost 5 years, and I've seen a lot of podcasts. It's time to put this baby out to pasture in January.
Yeah,
But
I had to buy an external hard drive for my PlayStation to put it on because I play off of a PlayStation 5. I don't know how old generation console players do it. That game on the old ones is so slow and glitchy. It's horrendous. But it's still like a PlayStation 4 game, so I can run it off of like an external hard drive, and it makes it run faster. But like I had to do that because it was just so I was like, oh my gosh, here we go again. Like this is not solving the problem. And then I couldn't download like any other games. I was like, oh my god, this is craziness.
right, I know I'm like I want to play Tiny Glades, and my computer's like, eh, you don't have no space, and I'm like,
Oh, Tiny Glade looks so cool. I'm loving the stuff that Angel's been creating in
I
Tiny.
know it's so breathtaking.
Yeah,
So
like they are
breathtaking.
next
Oh,
level with their builds.
Yes. Yes. Well, does anyone have anything else they need to add before this update before we talk about the two kits that came out? Okay.
Bring on,
So
baby.
we got two kits. We got Artist Studio and Storybook Nursery. I was on the floor when I saw Storybook Nursery. I didn't even know that 6MCC was part of it at the
Oh,
time. When I saw the trailer, I was like, this feels like a custom contact pack. Look at the detail. Look at the
oh,
individual items. Look at the balls. This
and
is
the lore, like Sixlam did
yes.
not mess around with
No.
this. Like they ate and left no crumbs on this pack. Like
Yes.
even like the shelf that they made had a picture of the original Bella in there. The
Yes.
wallpaper has a little spaceship in there. Like there's so many little tidbits of lore. Even like the baby pictures, like I think the babies are like I think one of them is baby Bella.
Mhm.
Like yeah, they really put so much little lore references into that, which was just again, I think that The Sims is seeing that appreciation of the previous lores and
Mhm.
incorporating that, and I think that that's so smart of them. So yeah, no, they did so good, and the nursery items were the cutest. Oh my
Yes.
goodness. The swatches were so cute as well.
Yes.
It's a goth baby's dream.
Yes. It's a goth baby's dream. It's so phenomenal. I made a nursery last night and I was the first time I was excited for a build in a long time. I was like, I can't wait to go home and build a nursery. And just
Yeah,
like playing again, the swatches, the colors, it's just my Alex, you
chef's
did
kiss.
such a good job. You did such an amazing job. Like so, so, so good. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And also, EA, thank you for listening to us that like you're finally giving CC players a spot at the table. And
Yeah.
yes, we love that. We love that. But okay, what was everybody else's thoughts? Angel and Alicia.
Um,
Well, oh,
oh, go ahead, Angel.
going back to quickly before the lore, did you know that in the little hot air balloons there is a mini Bella Goth in there?
No.
No.
See that?
There is. If you
Oh
zoom in on the hot air balloons, there is a little Bella Goth in there.
my God, I have to look into that. That's so cool. So,
I saw that. I saw the news about it. And there is like a little Bella Goth in the hot air
oh my
balloons.
God.
So
Oh, I didn't even notice that. But yeah, like literally
it
those
makes
deep
sense.
are, oh, oh.
It's so cool.
It's so cool. Um, so what were so like obviously you play with it. What was your thoughts when you were using it to build?
Alicia?
Yes.
Oh, me.
Yes.
Okay, so I have not really used the nursery one. Um, I love the lamp. Sorry, my allergies are craziness today. I used the lamp
Mhm.
in the last build I did, the cemetery one, but I don't build a lot of nurseries. I've done them before, but I usually forget them in my games. I just build like a master in like a kid's room. I forget that children were once babies. And so but I've built a lot with the artist kit and I love that one.
Mhm.
Like I made an entire like artist garage. And I use like the Dream Home Decorator shelves to make like a unit, and then like a still life scene and everything. Like there's a bunch of stuff that can go with that. Like I feel like it goes with a lot of different packs. Um, Whereas I felt like the nursery one was very specialized, and so I will only use it for certain things, if that
Yes.
makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Um, Oh, I was just gonna say, so Gaunt has a series called Renovate or Relocate that myself and Angel have been on.
Mhm.
I
And
want to be on that so bad, but
oh, you should ask
You
him. He
should. You
would
just
love
ask
that.
him. Just ask him.
He would
okay.
seriously love that. And anyway, he lets me do a few of them here and there, and I was like, Gons, you have to let me do the Goth House. And I had finished it. It's gonna be airing mid-month.
Mhm.
But the storybook nursery kit came out, and he was like, do you want to redo this now that all of this like Bella lore is in there? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I ended up including and renovating, including the storybook kit. So I'm excited for when that comes out.
Oh, I'm excited to see that. I again love Gons and I love that series. It's a nice way to shout out builders. Another fun way.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's so cool. Like I've seen Kev do one on stream, and Finch, I think. And yeah, I think it's like such a cool idea. And then I see him on Instagram, obviously, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Actually, I ended up renovating Kyle Kyleson's boathouse for him, and The Sims reposted it on TikTok, which like Gonz's videos gets reposted all of the time, but like not something that I'm like on. I was like, this is like my biggest made it moment ever that I'll ever.
See, this is why like we gotta get you're the last. We gotta get you. We gotta you got
I'm a behind the scenes girly. I just am employed by you three.
You're our manager. Oh, I love this. And I'm really excited, which will be coming out at some point this month, is I got to do a written interview with 6MCC and I got to talk to him about the process of him creating this kit. We already had an interview in the process already, and then this came out, and I was like, "Hi." So I actually just became part of the EQ network today. Can we like redo our interview, and we'll release the first one later. But I really want to talk to you just specifically about the nursery kit because I have to praise you. It's so forking good. It's so forking good.
It's
So
my favorite kit
it's
they've brought
favorite kit.
so far.
All of other
Yeah.
kits are like forgettable, but that's my S tier kit. I will plug this kit till the
Agreed.
day I come
it's
home.
not
Yeah.
Stassi, it's not Decor to the Max. I thought that was your favorite kit.
Sorry, I still get triggered when I think of the plastics in the wall. Before we got decorative pillows, but we don't even have decorative blankets. It's fine. It's fine. Daddy EA, listen. Have open doorways, okay? I miss those. But anyways, almost said a word I can't say. The vortex in the wall just gets me so rattled. Who needs coffee in the morning when you can think of the vortex in the wall? But I want to talk about the artist kit. I actually had so much fun making this kit. The clutter is just so good. I love the paint on the floor.
I'm a sucker for clutter.
I'm a sucker for clutter. It's just so amazing. And just watching so many people in the community build stuff with it. Shout out to Artie, podcast friend, who had Bob naked. Everyone tried. I was on the floor.
The one he has Bob draw Bella, and like Bella looks awful compared to Bella's standards, and Bella's just like, what the HE double hockey sticks, Bob. He's so comedic. Oh my goodness.
His obsession with Bob pancakes is hilarious to me. I love it so much.
Yes.
It's literally gold.
It's so amazing. Actually, stay tuned to next Wednesday where we do a grab bag with Artie, and he gets to tell you what his favorite townie is, and it's not a shocker. Winky face.
Bob? It has to be Bob.
You'll have to wait and see.
Okay. Like $5 it's Bob.
Yeah. I will bet you a $25 Tim Hortons gift card for a month's worth of coffees. Or if you're shopping at McDonald's right now in Canada, that's literally like 25 coffees.
Also, I will say for the Sims movie, if they don't make Nard Bob pancakes, they should make Nard Bob pancakes and little Simsy Eliza, and like I would just be in my glory. Like they're the perfect real life versions of them.
They are. I could not agree more. And I'm excited for this movie. It's now in production, which is I love that. I mean, obviously a project still can go into turnaround. I until I see a trailer and a release date, I'm gonna wait and see. But I'm curious to see what everybody wants because I just put like, like, what do you want the Sims movie to be? Nobody disappointed with their answers. There's a lot of people want Sims lore. A lot of people want a movie just based on Bella. A lot of people are like, is there going to be a Sims world? Is it going to be a carbon copy of Barbie? There's a Sims world. They kind of realize like, oh, I'm a Sim. They go to the real world, become a real life person, find the person playing them, bring them back. So people are scared it's going to be a carbon copy of Barbie. People
I do
are
think it's smart for them as a whole to go Truman Show-esque with it.
I agree.
Yeah, and because I do think majority of their audience will prefer that. Like just because I'm biased towards the lore, I don't necessarily think that's the direction they should go, even though I would eat that up.
If they're gonna do a lore, call HBO, and I want a 6-season mini series with every single family. Like that's what I want. Like you can't give me a 2-hour movie with lore. I want
Yeah.
15 episodes, hour max, and don't cheap out on House like they did with the House of Dragon. I want the full season how it was originally entailed.
Yeah,
Like cut out the
true.
last 2 episodes, but like, that's what
We
I
really could just do it with Bella's stuff alone. Like there's so
right.
much tea there. And like because Bella's connected to Lothario and Calientes and stuff, like there's just so much to eat there. But I doubt that they'll go in that direction because I just don't think majority of players are as into the lore as we are.
Right, and I think they might maybe they don't want to like a not Friday Night Lights. Freddy, the movie that came out a couple years ago. That was so lore heavy, but it was
Yeah.
like for the hardcore fans. But just the generic fan going in and seeing it, they were like rushing stuff that you would have
Yeah.
in like 7 expansion packs. It was in a 2-hour movie. So I'm curious to see what they'll do because that was also announced at the same time. Also, the Sims Creator program as well was also announced. Thanks, EA. Part of that as well. Cannot wait to see what that will entail in the near future. Last but not least, with this roadmap, they released the Grimm rewards. I'm pretty sure I named that correctly. I believe it is a 4-week reward scheme thing. You can tell I'm very educated on.
I tried to get into it, but like it would not allow me to make it work, and so I kind of gave up.
It's a 6-week event.
A 6-week event.
I have
Okay.
the Sims open at the moment, so I was like, I'm gonna be smart.
Thank you. So we're currently in week
3?
2.
Well, yeah, the end of
2.
week 2 probably.
The end of week 2. Okay. I don't really. All I know is you have to do things and you get free stuff.
Correct. And
But they gave you
it's working very well.
Didn't they give everybody all of week 1 stuff because it wasn't working?
I believe.
Don't know.
So. Maybe I know there was a immediate patch that came out this week that was supposed to help with those rewards. I am not a game player, so I don't know if it did.
I don't
No.
know either.
This is the
Yeah,
No.
I did gameplay for the last time I did gameplay was before the rewards started, so it was probably like a couple days before the rewards started, so I haven't done it since. I really don't know. Like I've seen it come up whenever I put Sims on a lot to take photos of my builds, and that's about where my knowledge lies.
Yeah, it's broken.
Yeah, it's like super broken, but that's okay, EA. You can fix it. Maybe.
Just give us all the stuff for free
Just
instead.
give us the stuff for free. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay.
Just don't make them disappear again. That would be lovely. Like the other event that we had, where people's items or rewards for the login event, I believe they disappeared.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
scary.
And there was supposed to be a fix for that with this patch, I believe. Yes.
Add it to the laundry list.
Add it to the laundry.
Yep, more laundry list.
There we go. I'm sure we'll have another big patch update on October 30th, if I had to guess. And I'm sure I don't know that. I'm just going by anytime there's an expansion coming out. It's what could be the Tuesday before, so that would be the 29th.
Yeah.
Normally when the big patch comes through. So your game doesn't super break when you put the new game pack in and all the new animations they gotta do. Well, I think I think that's everything. That was everything that was really discussed with the roadmap. I'm generally really excited for it. I'm curious to see what they're going to do in 2025. I wonder if there's going to be anything else because I feel like they kind of really released everything really early,
Yeah.
leaving like nothing for
Right.
really November or December for this
Which
roadmap.
tracks though, because usually they come up with new stuff in January. So
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of I'm always a sucker for like why not have like a new kit come out like during like the US Thanksgiving.
I thought that there was another thing on there though that was like another surprise or like after the update. I thought that there was like another thing that they just said was a surprise. They didn't say what it was.
Yeah, there
But I could
is
be wrong.
more coming at the end of the
Oh,
when they
okay.
did the announcement thing, you see at
Mhm.
the end and there's more to come, something like in along
Yeah.
those lines.
Okay, that's what I
So,
thought.
Well,
yeah.
we will see what's to come as I will be talking about it as soon as it
As you,
comes
do
out.
you guys have any suspicion or ideas what might 2025 might bring for anything?
Baby, I've been part of this program for 8 days. I
Expectations?
don't even think they know my name yet. So you were talking to the wrong EA creator.
But any wishes or any
Wishes?
CC creative for kids that you might scream like, ah, you need to work with those people?
Yes. I would love to see more types of worlds for like I'd love to see like an Australian world or an African pack or a South American pack that's not the treasure one. I would like to see more worlds represented that's not like American based or UK based. I would like to see other cultures getting their representation in. I would really like to see people starting to work. I would love to see a CC clothing pack by I think Rimming Sims. Please pay her to do all of the clothes because her
All of
clothes are
them.
all
Just
of
a
them
complete renovation.
phenomenal and I miss her stuff. So EA, please, 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 please do that. Please reach out to her because they're phenomenal. And also Enrique for the hair. I've always been an Enrique fan or Sims Trouble or just any. I would just like a kit that's
I
just hair and just updates
yeah.
and have some pretty curly, voluminous hair that's not flat. Please.
Have you seen that one green leaf has started to make a hair CC?
I have.
No.
Let's get one green leaf podcast friend as well, please, please. Also, E Creator
Oh,
Network, please, 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 please start introducing. You've got builders coming in, coming making your CC pack. Let's increase the other parts of the community. Also, if I had my pure wish, my wish is the wish. Um, make a pose pack so you can actually use poses in The Sims without needing CC. That would be awesome.
that would be really
ooh.
That would be
cool.
really nice, especially for the console players out there who can't use.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great idea. I really like that one.
Yeah. I don't think any of these things are gonna happen, but if if you are listening,
Hey, you got pillows on your couches, okay? Anything can happen.
I know I actually put a pillow in the bassinet yesterday and I was like, I finally have a
I
pillow.
think we'll lay off the occult stuff for the next little while just because this one
Yeah.
is so culty,
Yeah.
but I was kind of hoping that like with this life and death that like zombies would be part of it. Um
Oh.
so I would love if they did some kind of like homage to like the Walking Dead or the Last of Us type pack that includes zombies because they've had zombies historically before. And then obviously fairies, I would love that too. So if they made some kind of like magical Neverland sort of thing, I would like that too. But again, I don't see that happening in the earlier part of 2025. I think if they were going to do that, they would probably until again like an October roadmap to pull something like that off.
I would love that. Also, I would love a sports pack. Like, so you would be able to make hockey arenas, basketball arenas, or if you wanted to make a Taylor Swift arena because you have the ability to make arenas in sports. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying. But like EA has all the other sports games. It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
It
actually,
shake
is
hands.
there.
Shake
Yeah.
hands. Like I would I don't know if they don't think the community would want that, but like also then bring in other sports like cricket, rugby, I don't know, other
Yeah, they don't have a lot of things that you can play, and that's kind of like they have them
yeah.
all, like they have the stack of like the baseball and the basketball and like but you can go bowling and you can play football, be on the football team. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I wish or you could like throw the
Soccer.
football around in the yard and like kick the soccer ball around, but um like I think it would have been cute to even just in growing together have like a little t-ball for kids.
Yeah.
Like that would have
Yeah.
been a cute
Oh,
addition,
that would
and like
be
that's not like a huge thing. That's not a huge game or anything, but or like an animation, like that where you could play catch with somebody with a baseball instead of just
Yeah.
the football. But yeah, that's a cool idea. I like that one too.
cool.
Yeah, or like Timbits hockey or Timbits soccer or Tim, like it's just something again, just something cute.
They're
Just
not
very
looking at the Canadian stuff, Stassi. Like we're biscuits for them.
I know. I was like because I don't know about you guys, but I had so much FOMO watching everyone at TwitchCon. I was like,
Yeah.
I want to go next year. I'm like, why can't they do anything in Canada? Why can't we have a Canada anything? Like it would obviously be in Toronto. You would like come here and then we would like Gons, I would make Gons fly here because Gons said that he would come see us because I couldn't see him when there was a hurricane when I was there. So
Yeah.
I have that in writing that he's going to come see us. So I want to use that as bait to get him
We
here.
should just all
I've
go to
I've
San Diego and see Nard.
Oh my God,
And do
could
well
oh my God,
I've
you actually
always said that I've never been to Chicago and I want to go to Chicago and I feel like there's so many simmers that live around there. I was like, we just all
yeah.
need to have
yes.
our own little simmers convention in Chicago.
If there's like a Comic-Con in Chicago, let's have a Sims booth. Chicago's my favorite city. I would go like this. So yes.
Central. And it would be fun for some kind of like like Comic-Con of some kind to just have like a panel and a meet and greet of some kind. But I do think that like a lot of people probably enjoy the idea of going to California for TwitchCon.
Oh
But
yeah.
it's expensive, but I'm sure it's like a really fun trip for those who get to go. So yeah, I'll go as your assistant, Stassi.
Or Daddy EA, make a Sims. Make a Sims convention. We
Yeah.
have Simmers all over the world. We would fly to that. We're so hardcore. Have
Oh,
me.
would we fly to that? Because like we're all like, homebodies. I don't know how many
We're doing over a Zoom meeting.
Okay,
we attend virtually.
Okay, but if there was like a meet and greet with like Little Simsy, James Turner, like all the big ones, you got to go meet them, play with them, and they
Yeah.
got to release stuff, and you got yeah,
I
yeah,
can't believe little Simpy was at TwitchCon.
yeah.
Nard was doing a live stream and was just like walking around showing people like the vendor floor and stuff.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden he like looks up, he's like, "Hey Kayla." And like Kayla like jumped in the screen and was like, "Hey, how is everyone doing?" And I was just like, "Oh my God, it's little Cindy right now."
Right, right. But like, I want to go to. We have the dates. I'm gonna save my pennies. I want to go to TwitchCon. I want to meet Simmers. Because I was just talking to somebody this week about that, and I would love to do a live podcast with Simmers at TwitchCon, and get to do.
Oh,
I think
Walk
that'd
around
be
with like a microphone in your
yeah,
hand,
just walk
like,
around.
hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
Daddy EA. Just let me be your press. I'm also begging for him a lot the first time I'm actually anything sponsored by them. I should probably tone it back. But
Oh,
anyways,
you're allowed.
You gotta
You're
manifest.
allowed. It's your podcast.
it
We're
is
manifesting.
it's true. I'm manifesting. Um, or just even like when the Sims movie comes out, like let me do press for you. Let me go interview
Yeah.
people. But anyways,
I would pay for that just to see you do their press.
right?
Oh, love that. You'd be so perfect.
I would be. I'm
Yeah.
manifesting. Let's do this. Well, ladies, thank you so much for coming here today and indulging me and talking about the roadmap. I'm very excited as most of it's actually already out at this point. If you are listening to this podcast and if you've not purchased these two kits yet, artist studio I think that's how. Yes, yay. And Storybrooke Nook, don't worry, I'm doing a giveaway. I'm giving away both packs courtesy of EA for giving me codes. Both giveaways will be ending on the 17th. So if you would like to enter, please go to my Instagram page, SaucyJSims4, where I am giving away both of those packs as well. As I said earlier in this podcast, I will be giving away one code to PC players only for Life and Death. So please stay tuned as that giveaway comes out today and it ends on the 31st. Again, thank you, EA, for sponsoring this podcast, giving me early access, and letting me be part of your creator network. I cannot wait to work with you and give you all the advice from all of the simmers that I've talked to for over the years so we can make this game even better. So thank you, ladies, so much for coming here today. I want to do a quick round of closures. Disney, baby girl, where can we find you?
You can find me at the Disney Sins and at Townie Tales, where I write stories sometimes. And then you can catch me on Nard and Gonza's streams, where I'm moderating for them. And as always, on Stassi J's podcast.
I love that. TattooedSimmer, where can we find you?
You can find me as TattooedSimmer on Instagram and Twitch. Mostly, I have some stuff on YouTube. And pretty much just building stuff and hanging out here. So
I love that. Angel, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram on the AngelCreates, and on Twitch as well, as AngelCreates. So yeah, it's very simple. Keep it all together. The new name change helped a lot.
I love that. Well, the links are going to be below. Please go follow these amazing simmers. They are absolutely amazing builders, storytellers, and just everything in this community. So thank you, thank you, thank you for everyone turning into this podcast today. The only thing that I want to plug is I have a machinima coming out very soon. I'm very, very, very excited about it. It comes out November 30th. It is called Forever and Always. I have been working with the amazing OMG Sims, and I'm so excited to share this project. So please stay tuned for all of the amazing updates that we will see for the next 2 months. Disney Sims is in it, and she plays Emily Jackson, Nurse One, and TattooedSimmer built one of the sets, the car factory. It is absolutely phenomenal. Watching the car factory, like in it, OMG was like, this is amazing. How can I use this in other machinimas? You built it so phenomenal.
Oh, he absolutely can have, like, anything that's on my gallery is more than welcome to anybody to use. I love that build so much. I keep it in all my save files, and like, it's not really playable. It's just a generic lot, but I think it looks fun. I love it.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. You did such a great job. So thank you both of you for helping bring this project to life. I'm so excited for this project. As I said, it comes out November 30th. So please stay tuned. If you like this podcast, please consider subscribing to where you get your podcast to never miss an episode. Please note we're bringing back bonus episodes for the next month because I don't want to have podcasts come out in February that are filmed in October. So we're going to be releasing podcasts on Sundays all of October. So please enjoy those. And that's everything, kiddos. Have a great rest of your day. Again, thank you, EA, for giving me creator codes and let me be part of your creator network. As always, have a good one. Bye.
Yay, yay.
Bye.